My office is always the focus of everything.
Yeah.
And right now, it's like the thoroughfare. It wasn't working for a little while, and I have another roommate that shares about half of the upstairs with me. And so I just started ignoring this room. That's a big, right in the middle there.
Yeah.
That's a big, long table, like a
Okay.
dining room table, and it's just stacked with things.
Good. Good.
The living room's great.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, I keep the kitchen, the living room, and the bathroom great, and then my bedroom and the office are just a mess.
Yeah. Well, everybody's got some room that's a mess. Everybody
At
does.
least one, right? Okay.
Yes, at least
Okay.
one. At least
Okay,
one, and generally more. If you've only got two, that's pretty good.
okay, so
Um,
there's that table, and then that's my cabinet that I
right.
keep all my junk in, and then my computer in the corner. I have stuff in the middle of the room, like my guitar, a couple tables and
Right.
stools that I'm just trying to keep them out of the other rooms.
Right.
Those tables go in the car for gigs, but since I haven't been gigging,
Okay.
I've been I feel a little, this kind of interesting COVID thing, probably.
Right.
Um, a lot of the things that I was doing on a regular basis, I'm not really doing right now. So
Right.
instead of putting them all away like I'm never going to see them again, they're kind of just hanging around, getting in the way.
Because you keep thinking that things are going to go back to quote normal.
Right.
Yeah.
Even though a lot of things are like marginally outdated, like I've got a million CD projects over there that I've done, including other CDs as well over there. But hundreds of CDs I designed, and they're just sitting there. And I'm thinking, well, am I going to need these? Are people still making enough CDs to warrant having these around?
Yeah.
It's like, am I really going to play my mandolin anytime soon?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like I should have a place for everything that I can go get it instead of looking at it, wondering when my life's going to go back to normal.
Yeah,
Might never.
I
Never
think
will.
that, the best thing to do is to assume that it's not
Mm-hmm.
and then adjust when it does,
Yeah, you're probably right.
because I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon.
Because it's been already several weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I've been tripping over this stuff long enough that I'm starting to feel that way. Like, oh yeah, I guess I am not going to go back to that routine.
yeah.
I
But
mean, I'll go back to doing
there's
some of those
nothing
things, but
wrong.
probably in a whole new way.
There's nothing wrong with, the way you were thinking. I mean, that's the way everybody was thinking.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I won't mess with this until things go back to normal. But I think it's better to adjust your space, and particularly when you have so many people in your home and you don't have control of all of your space. I think it's important to adjust your space so that you can feel comfortable and happy in it now.
Yep, that's what I want to do. Thanks.
Yeah. So the table that's over there, would you like to have some of that space available? Or, well, tell me what's on it now. Why
Well, I
don't
would like to have all of it available.
you? Okay. So
um,
one of
because
the things that's on it is CDs.
just about everything on there is CDs for different reasons, different ways. Part of it is a shelf fell over and everything fell on the floor, so I picked it all up and stacked it up over there.
Okay.
And then some are boxes of CDs that I have for my clients that like if I do a job for someone, I will have, say, 20 of their CDs so that I can help them by passing them out to the right people when I have the opportunity. But, I'm not going any gigs right now, not seeing anybody, so
Right.
don't need those right now.
Well, in
Um,
terms of, you might remember us talking about this concept before, primary and secondary storage. Do you have any available spaces in your home right now that we could use for secondary storage?
I have a cabinet that's in my laundry room that I had to move out of my basement so someone could move in. So it's empty right now. Maybe it makes sense for me to utilize that cabinet.
Just remember that nothing is forever. We can put them there for now if that feels okay, if that seems like a good plan. And then if you decide you don't like that, then, we could come up with another plan.
Mm-hmm. I realize as I'm looking around and every time I open a cabinet, I see things that I'm like, wow, am I going to need those again? Kind of everything in here has a sense of that, like a bunch of mailing supplies and bubble wrap and I don't know, all kinds of junk, in that cabinet. And I'm thinking, I'm not mailing that much stuff anymore.
Yeah.
So many things I'm not doing anymore. Yeah, maybe I could decide which CDs on my dining table are the ones that I do need to have access or want to have access to easily, and the ones I don't need access to, I could put downstairs in the other cabinet, and then if there's any room left over in the black cabinet, I can use it for stuff I want to save that's in the black cabinet.
Yes, that's perfect. That's perfect. Just keep the ones that you think are going to be most active close to where you work, then put the others somewhere else in secondary storage.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So shall we start in that cabinet then?
Sure. Excuse me while I rearrange the furniture.
That's okay.
Hey, one of the tables fits under the other one. Who knew? Save myself a lot of space. I'd just like to point out that the stuff that's in this cabinet has been extremely useful, and you were the one who helped me organize it.
That is quite the image there.
Thank you.
Well, it's a lot of space, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it really holds a lot of stuff.
Yeah, yeah. And what do you use out of there the most?
These cards,
Okay,
this ink,
okay.
this container of,
That's
you know, staples and stuff in it.
okay,
This one is tape, all kinds of
okay,
tape. I use that a lot.
okay.
And I occasionally need envelopes. I have envelopes in here. Occasionally need a little, you know, cushion or bubble wrap.
Yeah,
But a lot of these other things I need to keep, but I don't need to have at my, you know, fingertips anymore.
okay, great. Wondering is whether we might have a tentative goal and see whether it works or not, to have all the things that you use and want to keep in that cabinet on one shelf.
Wow,
Perhaps two.
that's a good goal.
Yeah. And we'll see whether we need one or two. I think it depends on how many envelopes you want to keep close by.
What takes up a lot of room is all these various types of labels
Uh-huh.
and protector sheets, you know, photo paper, like stuff that I very rarely need, but I do. It is an office thing that I might need, you know.
We can start really anywhere you want to, but my inclination is just to pull out the things that you do use, which seems a little backwards, but
No, that's good. That's easier. Oh, here's something. Pens and pencils. I'm always needing pens, and I forget to look in here. Woohoo! Oh my god. So this is good news, actually. I really need this. I know I had it. Okay.
All right. Yeah, that's the fun part.
But markers and colored pencils, computer cords, those are all things I need to store, but not have a lot of access to.
Okay.
I need to know where they are, so I thought
Yeah.
it makes sense to put like things together, right?
Okay. So those you're feeling like could go into secondary storage.
Uh-huh. I might use part of my bedroom closet.
Okay.
Yes, I have. I proudly have a very organized closet.
Cool.
Okay, secondary storage. Right, okay. I feel I must leave all art supplies in my office somewhere.
Okay.
Backstage passes, memorabilia,
Okay.
fun backgrounds. Don't want to store it too far away. I enjoy when I see one. It makes me feel like I had a career.
Good. You do.
Right? The chances of me needing all these empty CD cases are pretty slim.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them, when I go through those, might be handy, but not this whole box.
Okay.
I guess I'll put them with the CDs, and then once I'm
Yeah.
done with that, I'll know if I can just get rid of them. Wow. This is fun for me.
What's in there?
This is just a bunch of bumper stickers,
Uh-huh.
buttons, punk rock buttons.
Oh, okay, cool.
One thing I like about stickers is, for me, they're fun to look at, and also they're fun for projects. Like if I want to make something with kids, I can like find old stickers and cut them up and use them for different things.
Yeah, yeah.
But anyway, I like having those around, and my backstage passes and my buttons. That's fun for me. So
Okay.
it doesn't have to be I mean, it could even be out somewhere, you know, it
Yeah,
doesn't have
yeah.
to be hid away in a cabinet.
Yeah, anytime you start feeling down, you can start going through your bumper stickers.
Yeah, seriously, that made me very happy. I have about 6 binders, maybe. I don't really have a place specifically for binders. Maybe I should, but they're kind of for different things.
Yeah. It's okay that they're for different things. You can still decide just to keep all your binders in one place, or
You
you
like
can
that?
separate them if it makes
Yeah.
sense.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad I have your
Um,
approval on that because that's what I'd like to do.
just keep them all together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
If I know if something's in a binder, then I'll know where it is. Okay, I'm at a stopping point. I don't know what to do next. I sort of just reached a point. I'm like, ugh, I don't know what to do with this stuff. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
but that's why you're here. So I have a few things like this. They're made out of wood. They're like these things my father made.
Yeah.
But that's something I'd like to have around somewhere too.
Okay.
The fun stuff. I'll put it with the fun stuff.
If you want to deal with some of the stuff on the floor now before we start pulling more out, if that would feel better, we can. Otherwise, we can just keep going.
We can keep going.
Okay. All right.
This isn't too overwhelming.
This cabinet's going to feel so good.
Oh, I know.
I'm getting excited. This is going to be great.
This is I think it's photo. I've never used it, and it's photo paper.
Uh-huh.
You're probably using your printer, but I've always been afraid to.
Yeah.
I'm probably never going to use this.
Okay.
Okay, here's one. I'm never going to use that pile. Found some tape. I can never find that tape. The tape box is right underneath it. What, pray tell, is this? Advanced Medical Directive from my mother. I'm going to call my mother and read this to her and see if this is in her will and other stuff, because it's been updated, I think.
Okay.
Or if this is current. And
Okay.
if I need it, I will keep it. Otherwise, I can probably check it.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. These look like things I probably don't need. I don't even have that printer anymore. Power
So
Mac.
that was your software CDs then?
Yep. So I can get rid of these.
Okay.
I'm making a nice collection of envelopes over here.
Okay.
So the good thing is, I know that I have a lot of stuff. Isn't that great?
Now you have a better sense of what you actually have in the label stack. And, yeah, what's in that other box? What's in that cardboard box?
This one?
Yeah.
These are posters. The question is, these posters. These are Ruthie and the Wranglers posters. That is great. Now I know all the posters I design will fit in this box.
Yeah.
Awesome. Throw most of these away. Wow, that is great. Important papers box. Here, I'll put my mom's stuff in there too.
That's exactly what I was thinking too.
These are good for a yard sale. I'll put them in with my tape. They're tiny little stickers.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'm done taking everything out.
The things that you said that you wanted to put in your bedroom, is that going to be real easy?
I'm wondering if I should be putting those CDs in my bedroom.
Uh-huh. Well, do you want to go look?
Yeah, I think I better. Can you see it?
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. Oh, yeah, there's this really long shelf at the top of my closet.
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah, I could make the CDs fit on that shelf. That's perfect. So all the CDs on my dining room table, I can put on that shelf.
Okay.
And then, so I don't really need to put it, I can put some of them in that cabinet if there's things I really need regular access to.
Right.
But there's probably at least 8 boxes that I really don't need access to, but I need to keep. So
Cool.
that's a perfect place.
Yeah. Good thinking.
I'm thinking about stopping here to put back in my cabinet the things I'm going to keep. And then I'll throw away all the stuff that I put over here that I don't want anymore.
Yep.
And call my mother to ask her about those papers. And I'll put all the CDs from my dining room table in that closet. So I can do all that without you.
Okay. I'm making a to-do list too, and just with those 4 things.
Oh, goody. Okay, so you made my list?
I did.
This is fun.
Oh, good.
It's funny how I could be totally avoiding it for so long, and then once you start doing it with someone who's nice like you, it just goes right along.